Hey!
Hey!
How are you all?
大家好嗎
How are you, David and Kat? Good to see you.
David 同 Kat 你好嗎？非常好啊，見到 David 同 Kat
We're good. I just had dinner.
食
You
咗
just
飯啦。我
rushed.
啱啱入門
Did
口
you eat?
A bit yes
Jen just got in the door.
係
From
啦
busy day at work.
係啊，啱啱翻到屋企就感謝神
Bringing
翻
home the
到
bacon. Do you know what that means? Yeah.
Sorry
Sorry, our
dropped.
lights are falling off the bed.
Oh no Yeah
How
Bean
about
bacon.
you guys?
你哋咧？你哋點啊？好嗎？
好啊
Yeah, busy day. We just got off
，really busy。
a call.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah, busy day too.
good timing
Yeah.
How's 2020 going for you guys?
你哋覺得2020年對你哋嚟講點樣啊？
2020's
Sandy,
been I think it's been really fresh for me.
阿 Kate 覺得好新鮮啊，好新鮮。
哇刺激又新鮮。
Yeah, I mean I think that I certainly have discovered new skills for myself that I never knew I had. Yeah.
係咯，咁佢
Interesting.
阿 Kate 就覺得係發掘咗自己好多唔同嘅才華出嚟啦。
Like
Um,
what?
I mean I'm still learning, but design is one that I'm learning through Lifehouse College. Can you translate?
係，sorry，就好似發掘咗原來而家喺嗰個嘅 Lifehouse College 嗰度啦，又讀緊啲新嘅課程啦。
Yeah, and I guess, with the kids production, we're doing kids online.
Yeah.
咁亦都係講緊而家小朋友主日學啦，都係喺呢個線上嘅做呢個嘅主日學啦。
Yeah, I'm just learning all the time with stuff.
冇錯啦，咁啊無時無刻都仲喺度學習當中啊，喺度學緊啲新嘢，點樣係做啲唔同嘅嘢啦。
Yeah,
Yeah.
how about you guys? How's 2020?
2020. Fresh is a good word. Yeah, I'm gonna steal your word.
我將會抄阿 Kat 頭先講嗰個就係好新鮮，好多樣嘢都好似係咯，好 fresh， 好新鮮啦，係咯。
Yeah, I would say
好
fresh.
新奇啦，
I would say and hard work,
同埋
think.
需要下好多苦功嘅一年啊。
but enjoyable work.
但係呢啲苦功咧係去個中係好享受嘅。
Yeah, I mean, my job description looks quite. Well, I don't know if my job description is different or just the way that I spend my week has hugely changed. And Sundays, yeah.
係啦，因為呢個疫情嘅緣故啦，咁
It's
我
been
做
fun.
牧師，我要做嘅日常咧，其實唔知叫做定義上有冇改變啦，但係我每一個星期我個時間表啊，或者我所做嘅嘢，其實都有好大嘅唔同，所以我覺得好新鮮啊，即係
Yeah.
前所未有去嘗試啦，同埋個中亦都獲得好多嘅樂趣。
But I'd say in amongst the fun, there's been its moments. But
Of course, yeah.
you know,
係啊，雖然即係喺享受樂趣嘅過程裏邊咧，當中都有好多一啲嘅時刻啦，好難磨滅啦，但係係值得嘅，係啦。
you have any comments on that?
咩 comments 啊
2020.
？Yeah, it's been great. 2020 好好啊 ！Marriage has been great. Marriage we're stronger than before.
Oh,
Which
Great.
leads to the topic of tonight.
To hear that.
That's what we have to hear. And so
Yeah.
Dennis is going to be preaching tonight.
Come on.
take it away, Jen.
On marriage 係
OK，
啊，
係我哋今晚咧其實講婚姻啊，係嘛？
Yeah, so tonight we are
There you go.
talking about marriage. That's right.
係咯。咁啱先就係真係我哋今堂啦，我哋今個係講呢個結婚啦，呢一課程啦。
And very timely, you mentioned marriage because we're on chapter 7.
係啦，咁我哋就用呢個嘅藍書咯喎，繼續睇係藍書嗰度啦。
So for those of you guys joining for the first time, if you're logging in for the first time, welcome. But we're right now in chapter 7.
Yep.
It's rich in our blue book, which is, you can find that on our app or on our website.
係啦，就係到結婚呢一課，終於都定咗婚啦，
終於
跟住
結婚啦
結婚啦。
We're finally getting married.
係啦，冇錯啦，結婚啦。結婚咧其實係人生嘅另一個階段啦，係咪？
Yeah.
So obviously, you've moved on from the engagement. You're finally married.
係咁，對於我自己嚟講咧，去咗結婚進入咗婚姻咧，完全係人生嘅一個真係一個新嘅一頁嘅開始嚟嘅。
Yeah, for me, like I've really discovered like this is like a completely, obviously when you step into marriage, it's a completely new chapter of life.
我自己覺得咧，好似你寫緊一個日記啦，咁你去到呢個日記咧，你可以開本新嘅嚟重新寫過嘅。
Yeah, it's like when you write in a journal, like a diary, and you almost like when you get married, you start a new book, right? You start a fresh book.
係啊，我真係有寫日記喎，我真係有呢個習慣，真係。
Yeah, and David does keep a journal, and in that context, it is like very much like starting a new book.
係啦，咁亦都係喺聖經裏面啦，講到結婚係一樣幾唔同嘅嘢啦。
Yeah, and so marriage is a unique relationship, obviously.
係啦，咁亦都講到係神賜下落嚟嘅婚姻俾我哋啦，係咪？
And it's actually a relationship that's ordained and designed by God.
係啦，咁當你進入一個我願意嘅時候咧，呢個成個嘅過程已經係一個新嘅開始啦。
And then when you're at the altar at the church, and when you say I do, and I will, right? When you say those words, it has a completely different meaning.
係啦，跟住嚟到話度蜜月啦，咁度蜜月當然有另一個古仔啦嚇。
Yeah, and then you come to the honeymoon. That's a different kind of chapter altogether, but yeah.
咁 after 度蜜月之後咧，咁其實就係呢個新嘅一個人生嘅歷程嘅一個new chapter 嘅時候。
Well, after the honeymoon, life really starts, and this is where your new life together, begins. Yeah, and it's an exciting journey.
冇錯啦，係啊，咁啊好刺激嘅一個旅程係。
Yeah.
係啦。
But maybe just I guess for people who don't know us, how long have you guys been married?
Yeah. 你又即係可能有啲朋友未認識我哋啦，唔認識我哋嘅話，咁我哋不如介紹一下我哋嘅婚姻到而家係結咗婚幾耐啦。
Just before I answer that, Maggie's saying hi, and she's also saying that she's excited about marriage. Marriage, yeah! She just got married this year, so she's excited.
Yay,
It's good.
Yay.
It's good. Love you guys. How long have we been married? 5 years, almost six. 6 in December. December the 9th.
You only have 2 seconds to answer this question.
今晚唔使瞓 sofa 係啦。You don't need to sleep in the couch tonight. Congratulations.
December what? I didn't hear.
The 9th or the 19th? No one knows.
10月我哋其實結咗婚咧5年多啦，接近6年啦。喺今年12月嘅9號咧，就係我哋6年嘅婚姻啦。咁 David 同 Kat 你哋咧
？Make sure 我哋唔好噏錯先嚇。
Yeah, how about you? Do you remember the date?
Okay, yes.
What is it?
Yes, 511啊嘛
嗬。511幾多年啊
？511就17年啦，係咪
？17年，幫我諗下先啦。Yes, 11th of May. In 17 years ago.
Oh wow!
Oh.
17? Is it 17?
Nearly 3 times of
17 years ago. Yes. Oh no! 18. You got it wrong. It's 2020 now.
鬼玻璃啊
We were only 3 years old back then.
Oh really?
Yeah, when you guys got married.
可以做花仔花女。
Whatever.
We were just little toddlers running around.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was anyway. Yeah, we've been married more than it's double digits.
係啦 ，double digits 就雙位數字啦，結咗婚係啦。
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeff's saying him and Maggie have been married 3 months and 10 days. He's still counting the days.
Awesome.
Isn't that
Jeff 同
sweet?
Maggie 咧
That's so sweet, but it won't last.
結咗婚3個月零10日啦，即係新婚嘅夫婦係好甜美嘅，即係會講到日數嘅，但係我相信你唔會數到幾多日。I mean,
Really counting the hours too, huh? Oh.
可能係有個鐘喺隔離，係咁日日數住。
So sweet, Jeff. Well done.
What a sweet guy, Jeff.
Well done.
Anyway.
Yeah. But I think in the blue book, let's have a look at it because I think there's so much gold in here.
喺藍書啦，呢個真係我哋好中意分享嘅，因為喺裡面咧好 掘到好多嘅有趣啦，亦都係一啲好有用嘅一啲嘅嘢喺入邊可以學到嘅。
You know, it talks about obviously you know, sex is a big part of this study.
係啦，咁就如果你講到其中一樣嘢就係我哋一個 hot topic 啦，就係講啲性喺婚姻方面啦，亦都係成日都會提及到啊一啲嘅。
You know, it talks about what ifs, you know, and tips and all of this stuff.
亦都係好多如果嘅嘢啦，或者係一啲嘅 tips 俾大家啦，好多呢啲嘅問題同答案，我哋都可能會講到啦。
But I think you know, the marriage prep courses that we take couples through, right, in our church.
喺我哋教會當中，我哋有呢個嘅婚前輔導嘅一個課程俾大家啦。
Did we talk about that during engagement?
Last week we introduced
just a little bit, eh?
Yeah.
But it actually we mentioned it.
We mentioned it.
But I think I really love it because it's a book that kind of takes a couple through everything from what is love, what is marriage, to this intimate part of marriage.
係啦，咁樣就我哋成日都要同一啲嘅婚前嘅一啲嘅伴侶啦，佢哋係去上呢個課程嘅時候咧，咁當中咧我哋都大家彼此喺度學習到咧，由呢個嘅愛情開始啦，去到咧進入呢個婚姻嘅關係嘅時候咧，究竟係點樣嘅一回事咯喎。
Yeah, and you guys just went through marriage prep with one couple.
係啦，咁好似你哋咧，大家啱啱先啦，同一個嘅一對嘅新人咧，都準備好係。
We're actually doing a wedding on Saturday with a great couple in our church, me and Jan, and yeah, I mean it's different. It's only allowed 20 people there, but they're still going ahead. I love it.
係啊，冇錯。今個星期六啦，我哋就會同教會裏邊一對好甜蜜嘅將會成為夫婦嘅 couple 啦，就會佢哋舉行佢哋嘅婚禮。咁今次而家疫情底下嘅婚禮其實就同我哋一貫嘅婚禮好唔同啦。但我都好開心見到呢對情侶啦，佢哋係繼續去選擇咗喺呢個疫情底下，喺有啲嘅限制底下都仍然去進行呢個婚禮咯，係啦。就唔好再拖延，唔好再等落去啦，係啦。
Yeah. But I think, you know, this really sums it up really well in this marriage, in this study, in this chapter.
咁喺呢一課裏面咧，結婚呢一課裏面咧，其實係好多嘅好嘅題目，我哋值得係去慢慢去研究下嘅。
You know, like David mentioned, it's just so much more than I do. So much more than honeymoon.
係啦，亦都好似我頭先講過啦，係你唔係講咗單單話一句我願意之後咧，就咁簡單就完成咗呢個嘅婚禮嘅一回事喎。
But it's, you know, it talks about how it's a lifetime of learning how to be one.
喺一個人生啊，成個人生嘅一個旅程裏面，咁點樣係二人成為一體咧？一個嘅過程嚟嘅。
So I guess that's really talking about unity, hey?
講到係點樣係合一嘅，唔單止係心啦，喺個靈身體啊，或者靈魂方面都係點樣合一起上嚟咯。
Because unity is such a huge part in marriage.
係啦，咁講到係一個嘅心靈合一咧，係一個好大嘅一個好唔容易嘅，其實係唔容易一件事情嘅。
I mean, you guys have been married a lot, you know, 5 years, and I'm sure, you know, over the 5 years you've learned a lot about each other.
咁我絕對相信咧，你哋喺呢5年嘅婚姻裏面啦，亦都係已經係彼此起身對方嘅生命當中已經學咗好多唔同嘅嘢，係咪
？Just tell us one thing that you discovered about each other.
咁啊，話俾我哋知啊，你哋喺對方裏面發掘到嘅一啲嘅嘢啦，俾我哋知道好嘛
？That you never knew about that person.
咁你之前咧，你唔會知道嘅，係結婚先知嘅。
She's good with directions.
Oh.
He's bad with directions. 我咧好有方向感嘅，但係原來咧 Richard 冇乜方向感嘅喎。
Okay, cool. And okay, directions.
Actually, it's more like I just don't pay any attention.
其實 Richard 唔係冇方向感，即係佢唔係方向感唔好嘅，只不過咧佢同我一齊嘅時候咧，佢就會唔擺專注力喺，唔會留心喺佢嘅身處喺何方嘅。咁每一次咧都係問我點樣去，即係啲路點樣行啊，點樣走嘅咯。咁因為我都係咯，that's a surprise to me as well.
Yeah, you lead constantly. Wherever we're walking, I'm like, can you just, where do I go? So just follow.
Yeah. 咁所以係啦，我哋去到邊度咧 ，Richard 都會唔諗嘢噶啦，咁就會等我帶路咯。
And it's not like I don't know I mean in the area that we live and I've been here for 5 years, so I've got no excuse.
就係講緊我哋住緊附近啦，我哋住呢度係咯，咁啊住咗喺度5年都唔記得嘅，每一次都。But 佢出外旅行嘅時候就好好嘅方向感。
Yep, it's pathetic.
When you go traveling, you're good with directions. That's good.
冇錯啦，你
Yeah, that's true.
呢個係好嘅導遊喺你身邊啊。
That's true.
Yeah.
所以其實睇你想唔想啫，唔係想唔想去留心啫，唔係你做唔到嘅。
I just actually really
What about you guys?
Oh.
OK 咁我覺得咧，我發現阿 Cat 咧當然係越嚟越多發掘佢嘅好多嘅唔同嘅嘢啦，係咪
？Give him a clap.
點樣啊？ Yeah, so I think Kat has discovered lots of different you've discovered more of my gifts.
係啦，咁其實係嗰個即係呢個婚姻嘅旅程咧，係一個永遠都係一個好似仲喺度揾緊一個嘅發掘新嘢嘅一個嘅咁有趣嘅一個過程，我自己覺得。
Yeah, it's like a ride. You know, you
explore.
You're on a kind of an exciting ride, and you're you're always exploring and always finding new things about each other.
係啦，咁好似我譬如即係最近啦，我發現佢原來佢係咁 creative 嘅，好中意 creative 嘢嘅。
我哋之前唔知㗎。
唔係咁知㗎，係咁知道㗎，真係㗎，係直接到你最近你 take 咗個 college 我先發現咯。
So I've never knew that she was that creative. Like I knew she was creative, but not that creative.
係啦，咁原來佢都幾中意喺design 方面嘅呢樣嘢咯。
And she comes up with good designs.
係咯，咁啲 design 都幾有 taste， 幾有 taste 嘅。
Oh, thanks.
That's so
good. Good designs happening. Yeah, I was struggling with some of my homework.
喺度掙扎緊係啲功課。
Yeah, but I think for me, like, I think I've discovered that I knew that David was always thoughtful.
咁就亦都係知道大衛咧係比較係好多嘢諗啦。
But I actually never realized the depth of that thoughtfulness.
咁可能冇留意到原來嗰啲有幾有深度嘅。
Like it's like he just thinks. I assume, but he just thinks 2-3 steps ahead of what I'm thinking.
咁咧就或者我會諗嘅比佢就會更加多啲啦。
So he, you know, he'll just think about the details that I don't think about.
咁好多時我係一啲係比較係 detail 啲嘅人嚟嘅，我覺得。
Yeah. Anyway, and you discover that I lose my octopus card like how many times?
Oh, Kat, put it in your phone. Get that iPhone update.
No, then she might lose her phone.
No, if you lost your phone, you've got bigger problems than your octopus to worry about. That's my logic.
I will lose my phone in the house.
咪咯。
And then I will announce to everyone I've lost it.
咁我寧願 octopus card 用啲 replace 嘅。
Yeah, but it's actually just right in my bag.
Then when you lose your octopus, you can call it. You see?
Call your octopus.
That's true. That's
If it's
very
in your
clever.
phone.
Chad,
Yeah.
that's something that we
I'll help
discussed.
you. I hope you get it set up.
Okay, thanks. Thanks so much.
我都試過㗎啦。
Yeah, many times we've tried.
試過㗎啦。
Anyway, I keep losing it. But I think you know, all of this is obviously we have different personalities.
咁就即係講到其實咧係人與人之間其實大家係你會發現咧係就算點樣我哋會有唔同嘅一個嘅性格喺裏邊啦。
When two people come together as one.
兩個唔同嘅人喺埋一齊。
We carry very different outlooks in life, very different opinions.
咁我哋會可能會好多喺外表唔同嘅嘢啦，或者甚至乎係內在裡面唔同嘅諗法啦，都會係有嘅。
And then you throw in culture, personalities.
係啦，咁樣亦都可能係文化上嘅差異啦，或者係意見上嘅不合啊。
And then somehow we kind of expect that this has to work together, right?
咁某程度上咧，我哋嚟結咗婚之後就可能會發現咧，點都好啦，起碼可能有啲嘢我哋咧唔使講都會大家心照啦，會知啦咁。
But I think it's interesting if you know look at the Bible, the first relationship that God created was marriage.
係啦，咁咧你會睇到咧喺聖經裏面
Yes.
第一個發生嘅有嘅關係係咩關係咧？就係一段嘅婚姻嚟嘅喎。
Because obviously,
亞當夏娃啦，
yeah, I mean, God saw that Adam needed a partner, right?
咁又見到亞當啦，佢需要一個伴侶去幫助佢嘅關係啦，係
You
咪？
see, he was alone, and it wasn't good for a man to be alone.
係啦，
and,
咁樣就得一個單身喂唔係咁好喎，整個女朋友整個老婆俾佢先。
like, he didn't give him a dog because there was animals around.
雖然有好多呢啲動物，但係冇俾隻動物佢就咁啊，
Like-
你聽下算啦。
Sorry, Jeff, he didn't give you a cat.
或者甚至
I know Jeff and Maggie have a lot of cats.
係啦，唔係動物啦，
Anyway.
咁
Jeff
簡單
同 Maggie 養好多貓。
俾個伴侶
But
佢哋。
God gave Adam a wife.
啊？
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
gave Adam a wife.
OK，咁神就俾亞當咧就係一個嘅伴侶，就係佢嘅老婆啦，係
And
咪？
so you can see the importance of
Yeah.
this relationship.
咁咧就睇到咧當中咧，其實神咧係俾一個唔同嘅一樣嘢裏面係表達一樣嘢，就係一個嘅關係嘅重要性。
And yes, you can have cats and dogs, different things.
當然啦，你可以繼續去貓與狗啦
But it doesn't replace that special relationship that a man and a woman
嚇，
can
係
have
啊，但係
together.
冇嘢可以代替到咧係男同女呢個婚姻嘅關係嘅呢個咁特別嘅一個關係嚇。
Yeah. So I guess communication is a huge part of this.
咁當然
right?
啦，佢裡面有好多嘅題目你可以講到嘅，其中一樣嘢就係呢個嘅溝通啊，溝通呢方面。
I love that in this blue book here, it talks about how one flesh is the blending of body, soul, and spirit.
咁咧就咧裡面講到係喺邊一段啊？
呢度啊，第一段。
哦，係啦，咁就講到話係一個嘅無論係身體啦、靈魂啦，呢個裡面當中咧，都係一個好似係大家係點樣起埋一齊嘅，好似起埋一齊合一咁嘅
Yeah.
時刻。
But I think this one flesh, it's easy. We often hear this word one flesh in weddings,
我哋
right?
成日都會喺教會當中，或者係喺呢個嘅婚禮裏面聽到二人成為一體呢句説話係咪啊？
But there is so much that goes into that.
咁但係當中裡面嘅
Yeah.
個意義係更加遠係冇係遠遠超過咗我哋嘅諗到嘅嘢嘅。
I think we should talk about maybe the intimate part of marriage, maybe in the next
係啊，咁
in the
我
next
哋可以講。
coming.
Yes.
唔
Yep.
使講進入呢個嘅親密關係嘅呢個嘅題目先啦，係咪？我哋可以講啲比較
Yeah.
大路啲嘅嘢先，係嘛？
Yeah. So I think we need to obviously when you think about this coming together.
咁好似兩個人咧，當我哋起埋一齊啦，結婚啦，起埋一齊
In
啦，
body, soul, and spirit.
係啦，咁樣就係無論身體方面啊，或者係靈魂方面啊、思想方面係合一嘅時候咧，
I think when you think about the way that I think about it, it's like when anything comes together in this world, there is always going to be some kind of tension or friction,
咁
right?
咁當然咧當你好似起埋一齊嘅時候，咁梗有啲當中嘅摩擦啊，甚至乎合一嘅時候，大家係互相嘅火花喺入邊㗎啦。
But friction and tension is what makes us grow.
咁呢啲嘅無論係合一嘅摩擦或者火花，任何嘅黏力嘅嘢咧，都會係一啲嘅其實當中嘅一啲嘅果效嚟嘅，產生嘅果效。
Yeah, and so I think I know that because I'm in a great marriage, I personally have grown as a person
咁
because of that.
係啊，因為我哋喺呢個一個嘅有成十幾年嘅婚姻裏面咧，當然我哋係會接觸到好多呢啲唔同嘅時刻裏面，你當中咧係一路慢慢咁一齊成長啦。
Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you find that you're a different person now than you were a person than the person you were before?
咁你又點睇咧？你哋覺得咧喺你結咗婚之後咧，係咪覺得你哋嘅兩個人係咪有咩唔同咗、改變咗喺裏面咧？
Yes.
絕對有啊！
I was waiting for you. Yeah.
你乜等我？有咩唔同啊 ？Yes, what yes?
Yeah, I was joking with someone that this week, I think it was him, that when we got married, you were nice to me all the time, and now when I do my bad jokes, you say, "Get lost." She's changed.
好唔同啊，係啊 ，Richard 呢個禮拜同佢好朋
She's
友阿
not putting up with my
軒
nonsense anymore.
喺度講笑啦，就話初頭結婚咧 ，Janice 咩都話係，咩都話好嘅，但係咧5年之後咧 當 Richard 有時講爛 get 嘅時候咧 ，Richard 就話走開啊，唔係 Janice 就話走開啊咁樣，咁 Janice 就變咗啦，成長咗啦，唔會再喺度接受容忍一啲冇需要容忍嘅嘢。
I think with marriage, like I grew up with a lot of people that I think did not believe in marriage. My school friends.
喺我成長嘅時候，其實咧我嘅成長嘅階段咧，我接觸嘅朋友啊或者其他嘅人啊，都係唔係好相信婚姻嘅嘢。
I think mostly because they had not seen marriage modelled well.
係完全因為咧，好大機會就係佢哋未見過咧一啲模範嘅婚姻，一啲好嘅婚姻。
I was lucky I came from a family where my mum and dad genuinely loved each other and still do, and so I'd seen it modelled well.
我好慶幸就係自己咧出生於一個家庭，就係爸爸媽媽咧佢哋都係非常相愛，直到而家佢哋都係好恩愛嘅，所以我就有一個好嘅榜樣俾佢哋睇到。
And I saw it in my church.
咁而我亦都喺我嘅教會裏邊睇到模範嘅婚姻嘅典範啦。
And I understood it also, I've seen it modelled badly as well, but I'd understood that marriage wasn't the problem, it was usually the people in the marriage.
咁當然我都亦都會見過一啲嘅唔好嘅榜樣啦，婚姻嘅係我完全能夠理解到就其實唔係婚姻嘅問題，而係人點樣對待、點樣經營呢個婚姻嘅問題。
But to some of my friends who didn't believe in marriage, they would say that why would I need a certificate for my relationship, like it's just a man-made thing.
對於我有啲嘅朋友，佢哋唔相信婚姻呢樣嘢，佢就會覺得點解我要去咁在乎嗰張證書咧？
You know, like it's a man-made concept kind of thing.
係啦，證書如果係真係咁公式化，大家要簽字
And all I need is a relationship.
之後先至結婚嘅話，點解要去行呢樣咁人造出嚟嘅嘢咧？佢哋會覺得咁我淨係要段關係，其實唔簽字唔結婚都冇問題㗎。
But as Christians, we don't believe marriage is man-made.
但係作為基督徒，我哋唔相信咧婚姻係由人創造出嚟嘅喎。
We believe that it's God-made, it's invented by God, and man just made the certificate. You know, God didn't give a certificate.
咁我相信咧，神咧婚姻係由神去創造嘅，而嗰張證書確實係人創造嘅，但係證書唔係婚姻咯，婚姻係神創造嘅。
It wasn't an idea that some human had like a few thousand years ago. Like it was God's idea.
婚姻唔係咧幾千年前咧係用人腦即係人去創造出嚟，係神
And I want to read this
創造嘅。
Bible verse in the first verse in the Blue Book because it's the one that we actually speak at every wedding we do.
咁我好想咧帶大家去睇一睇呢段經文，就係喺藍書裏邊第一段啦。咁其實呢個咧係喺好多嘅婚禮裏邊咧，我哋都會提及呢段章節。
Because it's actually Jesus speaking.
咁咧呢個咧係因為係耶穌去講呢番説話。
Quoting all the way at the beginning. So he's New Testament, but quoting all the way at the beginning of the Old Testament in Genesis.
咁咧，耶穌佢喺新約裏邊咧，去再講述翻咧好耐之前喺舊約裏邊嘅嘢喎。
And it says, in the beginning, the Creator made them male and female, and said, for this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, not just a relationship, and the two will become one flesh.
嗰度講到啦，耶穌回答說：那起初造人的是造男造女，並且說因此人要離開父母與妻子結合，二人成為一體。這經你們沒有念過嗎？既然如此，夫妻佢唔係講緊咧，淨係男女朋友或者一段嘅關係，而係夫同妻喎，不再是兩個人，乃是一體的了。所以神配合的人不可分開。
So we believe a man and a woman coming together in marriage is actually something invented by God, created by Him.
相信咧就係男同埋女走埋一齊結成夫婦啦，一樣嘢係婚姻，而呢一個婚姻咧係神創造嘅。
And so when lived according to God's word, it's a wonderful thing. Marriage is amazing.
但係咧，當我哋咧去按住神嘅話語去做，去喺婚姻裏邊大家男同女結合嘅時候咧，呢個係一個好奇妙、好美麗嘅事情嚟㗎。
So I want to encourage anyone out there who maybe you've lost, I don't know, maybe you don't have much faith in marriage. You've probably just haven't seen it modelled well.
所以我好想鼓勵咧睇緊我哋嘅朋友，如果咧
Get some new models.
如果咧你對婚姻咧係冇信失去咗信心嘅，
Be a part of a church.
鼓勵你嘅就係你好可能咧係因為未見過一個即係婚姻嘅好嘅典範。
One of the most powerful things. Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
No, that's fine.
Was that it? Oh.
no， 咁所以好鼓勵你喎，喺教會裏邊咧去揾嗰啲婚姻嘅模範出嚟。
One of the most powerful things you can do is join a local church, get around some people who are having success in their marriage. Not perfect people, not perfect marriages, but they're winning, and start redefining what you thought of marriage.
所以我好想鼓勵你哋啦，就係咧重新對婚姻作出定義。咁點樣去重新作出定義咧？就係鼓勵你去揾一間教會啦，喺嗰間教會裏邊你可以揾到婚姻嘅模範，唔係講緊咧係完美嘅婚姻或者完美嘅夫婦去嘅結合，而係講緊你睇到佢哋有個美滿嘅婚姻嘅，咁你重新就可以對婚姻改觀，有個新嘅定義喺度。
And I would say if your parents didn't have a great marriage, you can love them without modelling from them.
而如果咧你嘅爸爸媽媽咧唔能夠為你提供一個好好嘅婚姻嘅榜樣嘅話咧，你可以繼續愛佢哋，而唔需要跟佢哋去行佢哋呢條路嘅喎。
Yeah. So I don't know, a bit of a tangent there, but I wanted to establish that as Christians, we believe God created this. So it's designed to work and be awesome.
所以咧，作為一個基督徒啦，我好想咧，即係去話俾大家聽，就係其實婚姻係神去訂立，而係好美好嘅。
There is hope for you. If you're in a marriage and it's not going well, there's absolutely wonderful hope for you. Found in Jesus and following him.
所以啦，如果咧你喺婚姻裏邊，但係你婚姻咧未如你所願咁樣去咁美滿啦，我想同你講就喺耶穌裏邊，耶穌永遠都能夠咧去為你帶嚟呢個盼望，去幫助你係繼續去重整建立一段美滿嘅婚姻。
And I would say, actually, as pastors, for me personally, one of the most rewarding things about being a pastor is seeing marriages, great marriages start. And marriages that are struggling be healed in our church. It's the best.
作為一個牧師咧，我真係好愛，最覺得好賞賜到我自己嘅所做過嘅嘢嘅咧，就係見到咧教會裏邊見到有美滿婚姻嘅開始啦，同埋當婚姻去遇到挑戰嘅時候咧，婚姻可以得到修補，得到咧去重整喎。呢個就係最妙嘅事啊！作為一個牧師，我好中意見到嘅。
Yeah. There's my little rant there.
But I think, it's true that there are lots of, marriages that with two people, you think about two people, imperfect people coming together.
咁你可能會講得好好啦，咁其實好似兩個人啦係唔同嘅世界走埋一齊嘅時候咧。
And you got to learn to work with each other.
其實係需要學習咧點樣係將呢樣嘢咧係可以撈埋一齊噶嘛。
Learn to communicate and express your love for each other.
咁亦都點樣係去學習點樣係去愛對方啦。
And also communicating is a huge part of it, which is why we devote an entire chapter in our marriage prep about communication.
咁亦都係好似我哋嘅呢個嘅婚前輔導嘅嗰本書一樣啦，裡面講咗咧係譬如呢個嘅其中一課係講到呢個嘅溝通啦，溝通將會係一個好大嘅一個嘅課題俾大家啦。
Yeah, because I think we all come with selfish desires.
因為我哋每一個咧，我哋都會係有一個私欲自己嘅一個嘅諗法出嚟噶嘛。
Because humans we're born selfish. That's just human beings.
咁咧，因為人本身嗰個諗法係會有一個呢個嘅本性係會諗自己先嘅。
And I think through marriage, you can decide that you want, if you are like Rich said, if you are in a relationship that's struggling right now, you can turn it around. God can turn it around. 正如頭先咁如果你係喺個婚姻裏面，如果遇着嘅問題嘅時候咧，其實你係可以咧係扭轉到呢個局面嘅喎。 There's a lot of, I think, like for me, I feel like there's a lot of learning and unlearning.
咁就好多其實係對於我嚟講係係學習到啦，亦都係學習緊嘅一啲嘅嘢啦。
Because whether you like it or not, when you grow up, you absorb the environment around you, and therefore that's what you see as the model or the example, right?
咁你好似你喺你嘅成長嘅一個生活環境裏面繼續去生活嘅時候，你會見到好多唔同嘅一啲嘅模樣俾你去學習啦。
And I think that's why we just sometimes, you know, we find ourselves like, oh, I don't know why I'm act like my mom.
咁有陣時可能點解我好似我做啲咁似我媽咪咁嘅
And it's because that's the way that we that's the way that we kind of grow up and we model after them without realizing.
係啊，因為我哋咧好容易就學習咗我哋成長嘅嗰個嘅環境當中嘅嗰個人嘅模樣咧，將佢咧係放翻出嚟落對方嗰度啦。
Yeah, but it's also appreciating each other.
亦都係點樣係去多啲嘅係去感激對方，去珍惜對方咯。
And we're all going to have differences in our personalities and our way of doing things.
咁我哋每個人都會有唔同嘅自己一啲嘅個性啦，同埋一啲做嘅嘢唔同嘅嗜好啊，好多嘢都會唔一樣嘅。
But I think one of the things I personally have learned is not to is just settle with the differences and not to just try to change that person.
係啦，咁我一樣嘢學識就係咧，我唔係當我哋知道有啲嘢我哋唔係一致嘅話，或者係唔同嘅一個興趣嘅話咧，我哋唔會嘗試係去改變對方，而係讓對方係有一個自由度喺入邊。
Yeah.
係啦。
Yeah.
咁我都覺得呢樣嘢係好緊要嘅。
Yeah, I think it's really important.
係啦，咁其實我成日都話其實係婚姻永遠係一個繼續行緊嘅學習嘅路程嚟嘅。
I always say like marriage is it's like it's like a journey that you're always constantly learning.
係啦，咁好似頭先阿 Kat 講到好新鮮，其實係一個好新鮮嘅，真係好新鮮嘅嘢。
Yeah, it's like what Kat said, like it's to describe 2020, it's, you know, marriage should be always fresh.
係可以日日都有啲唔同嘢發生㗎嘛。
And every day things happen.
咁當你發生咗嘅時候，其實係點樣會係去 handle 咧？你嘅反應又會點咧？或者點去處理嗰件事咧？
And then when things happen, what's your response? How are you going to respond to what's happening?
係啦，呢啲喺其實好多方面，當然我哋可以喺別人嗰度學翻嚟點樣去處理嘢啦。
And obviously you can copy people who you know or learn from people who
又或者你 copy 你嘅 background 你嘅父母啦，你做翻出嚟啦。
And like we talk about, you can copy the behaviors or what your parents would have taught you or seen.
但我覺得冇嘢好得過就係我哋咧喺神當中用神嘅方式係去做一個處理呢件事嘅。
But the best is the best way to in marriage is it's God's way.
係啦，咁神嘅好多嘅唔同嘅方式啊，譬如好簡單咧一啲我覺得喺婚姻裏面咧，實你冇辦法去忘記嘅一樣嘢，當然係第一樣嘢係愛啦，係咪？記得你係愛對方。
Yeah, just remember, you guys, you know, when you're married, you got married because you love each other.
係啦，呢個係根基嘅，你使想死㗎啦。
That is foundational. You have to always just remind yourself that you got married in the first place because you love each other.
無論嗰日幾嬲都好，發生咩事都好，但係你最終你諗翻係一個愛一個開始。
It doesn't bad day if you had a heated argument. Remember, the foundation is always love.
係啦，咁你love 係 cover 先啊嘛 ，love 愛係可以遮掩罪過啦。
Yeah, love covers a multitude of sins.
係啦，咁所以所以其實係你諗到愛嘅時候咧，你就會慢慢地你就會諗到其他唔同嘅方式係去解決㗎啦。
And when you know that the foundation is love, like that can be.
你就諗到好多唔同嘅方式係去解決問題嘅。
You can figure out. There's different ways on resolving and come to a consensus of how to solve that issue.
因為你知道咧係原來仍然係有希望㗎，有盼望喺裏面㗎嘛。
Because there is hope in love, right?
係啦，咁你愛裏面你就算發生咩事，你仍然係見到個將來會係好好㗎嘛。
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what's happened, you know that the future is always going to be great.
係啦，無論生活幾困難啊，或者有錢冇錢啊，或者係開心唔開心啊，或者係健康唔健康啊，你都會仍然可以有個盼望喺當中你向前行。
Whether or not things are going smooth sailing in life or not, you have money or no money, whatever it is, like love should always be that foundation.
係啦，咁呢個就係神 喺當中俾到我嘅一個嘅好大嘅啟示咯。
Yeah, and God's really spoken to me through that about love being the foundation of everything. Yeah.
So good.
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like with that, there's a commitment. There's a like I'm not going to quit.
係啊，喺愛作為一個婚姻嘅根基之餘啦，都會加上一個就係一個一個咩？一個承諾啊！承諾就係我唔會離開㗎，我唔會放棄建立呢段婚姻。
Like I think just like at the end of the day, like I'm never gonna quit on Jan, so I've settled that in my heart. Like I'm sorry, you're stuck with me.
I wanna cry. Anyway. 就係講緊最終即係走到世界最終結嘅一日，即係我哋唔會放棄彼此咯。
And the finality of it is so huge. What's going on? I'm sharing my heart here, and my wife's laughing at me.
No, I'm crying.
I quit. No, just joking.
I'm crying. Okay.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Okay. Just had a little moment.
Did you? You had a genuine moment on live TV.
On when translating, I
Oh.
was processing.
Should we cuddle?
Should we give you a moment? Like, you guys have a moment. We'll just take
你
over.
可以彼此錫大家。
These are the only moments we really get these days. 哦
喺我哋因為太耐冇講過呢啲嘢，所以突然間好感觸。講笑。講緊咩嘢咧？即係咯，走到世，就算係無論世界變成點都好啦，其實我哋都唔會放棄彼此咯。
I think the finality of it gives it so much power. It's like because forevermore I'm not thinking about other women.
Yeah.
係啦，咁
I'm not looking for another
因
woman.
為冇第二條路嘅婚姻裏邊係唔會係有第二條分叉路可以走到出嚟，咁所以喺呢一個嘅情況底下，你唔會諗到就係、譬如有第二位喺你嘅生命裏邊咯，你嘅太太或者你嘅老公就係你嘅唯一，你冇其他選擇，冇其他出路嘅。
And even if we have a disagreement or whatever and we're upset and there's emotions or it's we're just not quitting. So we better work on this.
就算咧婚姻裏邊遇到嘅種種嘅唔同嘅問題都好啦，你哋都要承諾對方，就係話我哋唔會離開，我哋唔會放棄彼此，所以咧就焗住你哋一定要揾到一個即係揾到解決問題嘅方法，大家一齊咧就係經營呢段婚姻。
And I think that's like I was about to say it's the unromantic part of love, but yet you just got emotional when I shared that, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is romantic, but but like that commitment, which is more like a decision, like that's love as well.
婚姻嘅承諾，我認為都係愛嘅一部分啦。咁雖然聽上去咧，好似係一種比較唔浪漫嘅愛，因為比較實際，因為係你要做嘅一個嘅決定嚟嘅呢個承諾。咁但係其實佢都係好重要，都係愛嘅其中一部分嚟嘅。
Yeah, I think love. It's not just what I'm trying to get to in a roundabout way is it's not just an emotion, it's a decision as well.
係啦，所以我想講嘅重點就係
that emotion comes with
愛咧，唔單止唔正單係咧係情感上面嘅一個表達啦，而係一個理智上嘅表達咯。就係你要攞一個決定，就係話我要去愛依個人，我要愛依對個。
Yes, I feel in love with you, but I also make a decision every day to love you.
係啦，冇錯，就係咧，我對你咧係感受到愛嘅，但我亦都咧理智地咧去落一個嘅做一個選擇，就係每一日我都要去愛你，所以就唔會純粹係俾情感去帶引，我有一日覺得愛你多啲，一日覺得愛你少啲，而係一個承諾去愛啊。
But that's true because I think the world right now it's very easy to give up.
係啦，因為呢個世界咧，俾好多嘅唔同嘅信息咧，俾大家就係你唔啱咪唔好一齊咯，咁樣係咪？
You know, when something you don't get your way or you can't seem to find an agreement, you quit.
係啦，咁好容易就放棄咯，就總之話好似唔係好 work 喎，或者大家唔係好同一樣嘢喎，咁啊分手咯，或者分開咯咁。
Yeah, but it takes work for an amazing thing to keep going.
咁當然啦，你要做好一樣嘢嘅，你係要付出嘅，一定係要付出嘅咯。
And when you keep going, you keep growing.
係啦，因為當你付出，你係去投入嘅時候，你就會成長起上嚟，你要學到嘢噶嘛。
Yeah. So do you reckon we're going to have like part 10? Because this is only like...
Yes.
我哋咪應該
Absolutely.
第
How can we do marriage quickly? It's the biggest part of it.
Yeah.
No. It's
marriage prep 都有6集啦，係咪啊
marriage prep, there's 6
？At
chapters.
least 你唔分開。
But when
I
you
mean-
put marriage into practice, there's... Yeah.
More.
I
more.
wonder if there's a way we can share that kind of stuff. Like, obviously not all of it, but you know,
Yeah, we can.
gosh, that book is
It's amazing
incredible.
material.
Yeah.
係啊，
嗯
係一個好書籍去學習。
I think we can think about how we could do that and...
Yeah, I'd be interested in that.
嗯
And introduction 啫嘛，今日
It's only the introduction, guys.
知
True.
啊
係啊
，introduction 嚟嘅，
This is just the tip of the iceberg.
冇錯，係
Because,
嘅，
I mean, there's so much.
係啦，係可以好多嘢係去討論啦。去
And
講
honestly, like, maybe the first... Just to clarify, maybe the first thing in this... In this chapter, in the blue book, the first thing it hits is talking about the physical element of marriage, okay?
咁呢度如果你睇佢藍書，你睇到咧，佢第一樣嘢講到咧，其實已經係講到關於呢個身體接觸嘅呢樣嘢啦。
But I guess
Singing
just take
choir.
a step back. Everything we talk about, communication, body, mind, soul, everything comes together and affects that component of your life.
咁咧，其實你會講到咧，
Yes.
所有嘢都有關聯。咁無論係喺嘅身體啦、靈魂啦，甚至乎思想方面咧，都可以係點樣係會影響到以後其他唔同嘅嘢嘅。
So I think it's really important we hit those, you know, commonly asked themes or things that we've heard and we've talked to people and, you know, and
我哋會逐一慢慢同大家去分析啦、分享啦。咁我哋喺當中聽到嘅唔同嘅故事嘅經歷啊，同大家去分享啦。
how do you manage conflicts?
好似點樣係去處理一啲嘅鬧交嘅時候啊。
Yeah, I mean that's going to be, you know, probably another topic altogether. So,
當然一定係呢個係一個 huge topic 嚟嘅，到時係。
but yeah, always so fun and
Yeah.
always limited time.
但記得係都係好有趣嘅，因為去分享呢啲嘅古仔啦，咁亦都係繼續啦，我哋會落去嘅，繼續。
Yeah. Shall
Well,
we?
maybe we finish for tonight. I mean,
Yeah. Let's finish for tonight.
part 2 next week, everyone. Marriage.
好啦，
We
咁
haven't even got to the questions, and have a look at the questions because they're good questions.
係啦，咁我哋今日就講到呢度為止啦。咁我哋下個禮拜會再嚟第二部
Actually,
分，同埋大家睇一睇咧藍書裏
Let's
邊
give
嗰啲
them
問題
a couple
喎。
questions just to get them excited for next week. Okay, number
係
one.
啦，為咗即係想賣個關子咧，咁引下你哋下個禮拜繼續聽。我哋不如講一講有啲咩問題，我哋會係探討一下。
David and Kat are going to teach us on this next week.
David 同 Kat 咧將會咧為我哋主講嘅下個禮拜。
How important is sex in a Christian marriage?
咁係基督
Come
徒
next
嘅
week for that.
婚姻生活中咧，性
Alright.
嘅關係有多重要咧？下個禮拜記住睇我哋啦。
Number 2, how often should a married couple make love? I mean, these are big questions.
咁婚後夫妻嘅生活，
Should-
佢哋需要嘅性生活要幾頻繁咧？
Should we share a bank account?
我哋應唔應該咧係有共同嘅銀行帳戶咧？
And there's some really great questions there. So
仲有好多好
Come-
好嘅問題
come
㗎。
next week.
下個禮拜咧一定要留意啦。
Yeah, and we're going to be having special guests.
咁咧，我哋又邀請特別分享啦。
Richard and Janet.
係啊，就係呢啲啦。
Come and hear what my wife has to say on that. Anyway,
Well, let's close in prayer. Who wants to pray?
好啦，咁我哋完之前我哋做個禱告啊。邊個會帶禱告咧？今日？好，等我嚟啦，好嘛？
好。
係啦，
好啊
主耶穌，好啦，我哋嚟咯。主耶穌，我哋多謝你將呢個嘅婚姻嘅課程係放喺你手中啦。
係啊，
咁我哋知道主咧你會係 帶領着祝福着每一段嘅啱啱無論係啱啱先進入婚姻嘅朋友啦，又或者係一段長時間嘅朋友啦，或者係一個行咗呢段道路好耐時間嘅一段每一個朋友當中，主你都祝福佢哋，主俾我哋知道咧，主每一段婚姻裏面，我哋係有希望嘅。有愛嘅，有神你嘅力量喺當中嘅，係保守者同帶領嘅，主祝福每一位佢哋嘅婚姻，主甚至乎可能係婚前嘅輔導，或者準備進入婚姻嘅每一個朋友，要祝福着佢哋，多謝你俾我哋繼續智慧係好好咁樣係生命係去好享受神俾我哋賜下嘅婚姻，感謝你，用耶穌基督嘅名求，In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
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 Thank you.
All right, everyone. Well, we'll see you at church on Sunday, 9:30 or 11:30.
好啦，大家我哋禮拜日咧，喺教會線上教會見你哋就係9點半同埋10點
，or
11點半。
check our YouTube channel for all of our services. You can watch them at any time. All of our great content.
你可以咧去我哋嘅 YouTube channel 嗰度啦，去
Make sure
睇我哋所有嘅唔同嘅
if you're
嘢。
not already, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
如果你仲未訂閱我哋嘅 YouTube channel 咧，千祈唔好錯過啦，快啲去訂閱啦！
And we'll see you next week.
我哋下個禮拜再見你哋。
See you, David and Kat.
拜拜，
Bye bye, everyone.